Aloha. Aloha keakua, aloha aina, malama pono. Amene. My name is Ben. This is an introduction, the first installment in what I'm hoping will be a channel. I'm going to try YouTube. I don't know anything about this, it's new. And this is basically the beginning, the introduction. So let's see, we start at the beginning. First of all, I'm going to assert my rights for all of my content, all of my audio, all of my video, my likeness. Do not reproduce me with an AI ever, please. It's me, it's real, it's me. And if you want me, then use my channel, and then what I'm hoping to do is invite people to support me with a GoFundMe website or something like that. So this is the very beginning of all this. There was some stuff that happened a while ago. I didn't have a beard, and I gave permission, and it was fine. And we read the Dhammapada, most of it. We didn't finish it. I'm hoping to actually go back to that project. There's some really cool moments there that I think can be decompressed. And so what I'm intending to do is to offer to the world me, direct, and exchange, support me, my life, work that I want to do. You'll get me. It's really that simple. Just a direct line, nothing funky, just straight up. I won't lie to you. I will just share from my heart. That's the intention. So again, this says copyright 2024, and it will be 2025 and 2025. Ben Lipman, all rights reserved, no permission to copy or otherwise distribute audio, images, video, or other content without explicit permission, Mahalo. So I may give permission for a specific thing, and that will be only and exclusively for that specific thing. Otherwise, it's my content, I want it to be maintained. In Theravada Buddhism, the integrity of the transmission was of extreme value, and it is in Buddhism in general. And that's why we have the words, the teachings of the Buddha, very close to what the Buddha taught. 2,500 years later, right? It's a huge gift that we have that respect for the teacher. I make no claims. I'm just a farmer out here in South Kona, and there's unusual things about me maybe, but I'm not going to make special claims. So basically, it's almost New Year's Eve, 2024. It's been kind of a strange year. There seems to be a lot of trouble in the world. My hope is that 2025 is a different year. So this is sort of like a New Year's message as well to whoever. If it gets out in time, we see what happens. I'm hoping for a more peaceful year. There's a lot of terrible things that are being done by people to other people right now. It's always been true. It seems humans do this. But I think we have an opportunity now, because we're more connected than we've ever been, to reflect on what we want. I personally want to live from my heart. And one thing I want to do in these missives as an idea is to go to some scriptural source and make some commentary. But this is the very beginning. So we start at the beginning, the good book of the Christian faith. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. So this is the big Akua, the one, Brahma. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water. So God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above it, and it was so. God called the expanse sky, and there was evening, there was morning, the second day. And it goes on, and we may come back to this. But let's reflect on this. This book is common to the Muslim faith, the Jewish faith, and the Christian faith, because it's old ideas of that part of the world. Now there's the Eastern ideas, but they're remarkably similar. What I want to share about today is this idea of a vertical dimension and a horizontal dimension. And I think I first heard about this from my root guru, Osho. In essence, there's the physical world and then there's the non-physical world. And as human beings, we have a physical vessel, but there's something about us that is not just 5 elements. Some people seem to misunderstand about that, but everybody knows what love is, even if they don't have as much as they should in their lives. But they know it. That love is not physical. So I wrote a piece on this, and I might get there just a little bit. But the vertical is about the divine, about our connection to that which is greater than us, our connection to an idea about where maybe we came from before we were born, and maybe what will happen when our bodies cease to operate. And I have a lot to share, some ideas about all of that. But basically, if you want to have an experience or a continuation after death, then you have to know the vertical. And there's a lot of evidence, a lot of anecdotal information. I have my own actual experience, which maybe I'll share about. There is more. But you have to know it, you have to turn to it. And I do a daily puja. I hope to share those as well, maybe with a live cam. But I also, like everybody, have basic rights. And I believe that there's been civil rights violations on a scale that we've never seen before, worldwide. It's shocking if it's true. It may be true. In any case, I'm going to assert that I have civil rights and I have the right to privacy, like everybody else. So if I have a webcam, then I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to turn it off as I please. And then I will happily share as I please, as everybody has a right to. Anyway, I drew this vertical and the horizontal, and then today, just after puja, this insight came to me. So the horizontal is the 5 elements, and in the New Testament, Jesus of Nazareth says, you can serve God, or you can serve money, but you cannot really serve both, right? You can work with money, but use it to serve God. That's what we all really need to do, especially if we're interested in having a more full experience, our birthright as a human. What came to me, so God, Akua, Brahma, these are all the same. In the Vedic tradition, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are this tripartite form, the creation of existence, the continuation of existence, and Shiva, the end. Now, there's a lot of myth, each a vast topic, but it is thought that the different Buddhas that come are actually incarnations of Vishnu. They are the divine that embodies and is on the earth, that is present, flesh and blood, in the physical. Brahma is formless before, in the beginning. There was the spirit of God before anything, right? Brahma. And then Shiva is not only the termination of, maybe it's when our universe collapses back into itself and then again. And Ganesha figures into all of this, and we can talk about Ganesha for hours and hours. I would love to do that. Shiva is also, with Kali, the remover, or the one that helps us overcome our ego. Because the ego is a construct of mind. Mind, body, and Ayurveda are physical. But we are incarnated souls in a vessel. The brain is part of that. So this idea that we'll be able to inhabit a robot or something may not be true. It may be true. I think we've all been deeply surprised by the recent revelation or revolution or advance in computer technology. This whole thing with the AI, the possibility that we may even have a singularity event. It may have already happened. It's possible. Certainly it's very advanced. We're going to have to contend with it. And we probably are closer to global nuclear annihilation than we've ever been. It's a very fomentous time, for sure. And then there's all this stuff that some Christians think that we're heading toward the end of the existence and we should actually accelerate it. We should burn as much fossil fuel as possible or whatever. I don't subscribe to that, and I talked about this a year and a half ago. I don't think it's like that. I think there is a judgment, and it is, how did you live? Did you look toward God during your lifetime, or hopefully at least before you took your very last breath, or not? Because energy follows awareness. So where you look, there you shall go, in essence. So if you don't look toward God, then your bones or ashes are here and you didn't go there. So no heaven for you, basically. And that is a hell, to live without the divine. That is a form of hell. Because it's a relative hell. It's a tragedy, is what it is. Because heaven is here. Lift a stone, move a log. Just look, just be. And I'm speaking to you from a beautiful piece of Aina farm, just at the base of Aloha. Madame Tutu Pele has been a little bit active just lately. She showed up for people around Christmas, which was wonderful. Something is there. Something is here. Something is everywhere. We may be the only planet that has a moon like ours. And there's something really mystic about our moon and the physical waters of our bodies and the oceans. And we may be the one. Our job may be to emanate consciousness out into the existence and help make something happen. We're in a band, an outlying band of our galaxy, so we're one of the older stars in our galaxy. Anyway, there's so much to share about all that. What I wrote some time ago was that has to do with you can serve God or money, not both. It doesn't mean you don't use money, right? Because money is how we exchange value. It enables civilization, in essence. It's a major invention. But you cannot, so you can use money, but you cannot use God. God is. God is to be known, enjoyed, appreciated, humbled by the divine. Keeps us, it makes our life special. And we see the God in each of us, right? Each soul is a little bubble of the divine field. And we can connect to each other through love. We can look in each other's eyes and see the divinity. And then if we go on, we come to feel connection with more people and more things. So colonial power and emperors have historically claimed divine authority or bent religious institutions to serve their greed. That's happening now. So, choose your church or your temple or your forest. Great Spirit. Choose your way. Choose your friends. wisely. And the internet is right now very toxic, intentionally by some. Choose wisely. It is better to find your own direct connection with the divine. Don't take anybody else's word for it. That's what the Buddha said. Don't take my word for it. Even though I am the Buddha, right? Don't take my word for it. These are pointing instructions. I can point to the moon, but you have to go and be with the divinity. You have to find it inside you, your own way. And you can find friends, you can meditate with other people, really great. Find a guru. Sit with a guru, be in the presence of someone who can share a divine field with you. Or together, sit together and feel each other. And it works. So, better to find your own direct connection with the divine. How? If you're asking, start with your heart. Find an expansion of your feeling of love start with one person. More people. All the people on the earth. Right? There's the Egyptian idea of the heart chakra, 2 heart chakras. One is a precious love, which is basically mammal love, family. And then there's a higher heart chakra, the heart chakra of unconditional love, which is unbounded. So that's non-dual reality. It's accessible to everybody. Go there, feel, listen to the news. Just go inside and see what you can feel on a subtle level, bigger, bigger, bigger. Be in nature, be in places you love. It can be anywhere. Be with people you love. It can be anybody. But go there. In my study of Ayurveda, in the pulse, there's a deep pulse called the Guru Pulse. And it can reveal what's happening on a spiritual level. And what I noticed is a lot of people who are beginning to open spiritually, their hearts were opening. That's what it was happening. And it was mostly Western people. And I talked to my teacher about that. He said, well, yeah, it's interesting you would notice that. And it is so. And that may be why the teachings of Jesus Christ of Nazareth have resonated so deeply with Western civilization, because that's what we need. Because we're so mindy. We're so in the 5 elements and knowledge and physics and science and money and material possessions. We're the ship of Mammon, some people would say. And I think it's true. But we're in a new time. There are so many teachers, there's so much call for awakening. So it's time to turn to the divine, to find our way, to hold the whole world, every one of us, and pray for peace, pray for the opportunity for every child to grow up in a safe, loving home, warm, with shelter, medical care, food, education opportunities, safety, and freedom. Everybody, every child. We can do this. It's completely possible. And if we do this, if we collectively hold that vision for our world, we can ride through this global warming, not a problem. But not if we're all fighting like a lot of people are right now. And we have one world. It may be the only one. Let's not blow it. Let's not screw it up. We've already screwed up enough. Yeah, let's get it right. So let's make 2025 fantastic. And I'm going to keep this short, but I do my prayer. I chant to different aspects of Akua. That's an hour all by itself. But basically there is an overarching divinity. There are personal facets of the divine, manifold. Almost everybody has their own unique experience of that. I have some insight. I have my personal favorites, relationships and connections or whatnot. Happy to share about that. It's a wonderful universe, this vertical realm. The unseen, the ancestors, the spirits, it's all true. And we can know it all. All of us can. But it's all about being open and respectful. Aloha keakua. So it's about humility and respect and love. Let's see if there's something for the Gita to close. So no, I don't think we're at the end of days. I don't. Someone could be really stupid, but I don't think so. We have to keep the crazy people from being stupid, because we're at risk. Okay, so Akua had me open here. Perfect. Wow. Krishna, oh, that's beautiful. Acts of sacrifice, I won't bother with the Sanskrit and stumble through that, but Sanskrit is wonderful. Acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. All these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of result. This is really important. It's not an exchange relationship with Akua. They should be performed as a matter of duty, O son of Pritha. That is my final opinion.